Chicken fajitas are one of my go-tos for an easy, healthy, and flavorful weeknight meal. All you've got to do is season, sear, and cook a couple of chicken breasts, and then quickly saute some bell peppers and onion in all of that delicious fajita seasoning. It's a one-pan recipe that takes less than 30 minutes, and you can serve them up the traditional way with a warm tortilla and topped with some of my pico de gallo and guacamole. Or you can toss the chicken fajitas in a bowl with some leafy greens, black beans, sweet corn, and avocado for a delicious chicken fajita salad. Whichever way you choose, it'll be delicious, I guarantee, so let me show you how to make it. We'll start by making our own homemade fajita seasoning because those little store-bought packets contain fillers, additives, and unnecessary ingredients like sugar. And trust me, you do not need sugar in your chicken fajitas. So I'll grab 7 spices to add to a bowl, and that includes half a tablespoon of chili powder, half a tablespoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of oregano, half a teaspoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Then I'll just give those a stir and mix everything together, and that's how easy it is to make homemade fajita seasoning. Now, this amount is perfect for our chicken fajitas today, but you can always double, triple, or even quadruple this amount for future recipes and store in an airtight container. One of the things I love about chicken fajitas is that it's an easy meal that requires only a few basic ingredients. You'll need 3 boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and I lucked out yesterday when I grabbed these as they were on sale. So this is definitely a cost-effective meal for me. Add the 3 chicken breasts to a bowl or plate and then generously sprinkle on the fajita seasoning. You want to thoroughly coat both sides and then use your hands to rub it all over the chicken. Heat a large pan on medium heat and add a couple tablespoons of olive oil or avocado oil. Then add your seasoned chicken breasts. You'll want to cook the chicken for about 7 to 8 minutes on each side, and they should have a nice sear on the outside, which will lock in those spices and flavors. I love to use a cast iron pan for this, but really you could use any pan. While the chicken is cooking, you can do a little multitasking and slice up the veggies. You'll need 3 large bell peppers, and I chose 1 yellow, 1 green, and 1 red because I love bright and vibrant chicken fajitas. But you could use 3 of any color. And fun fact about bell peppers that you may not know, but green bell peppers are just unripened versions of their more colorful counterparts, which is also why they're the least sweet. So slice the bell peppers in half, remove the seeds, and then slice them into thin strips. You'll also need 1 onion, and I typically use a yellow onion, but you could use a red onion as well. Slice the onion in half and then cut it into thin strips. You can break apart the onion if you'd like, but honestly it will break apart as you stir it in the pan, so you don't really have to do this. At this point, both sides of the chicken should have a lovely char, and of course the chicken should be fully cooked through the center. If you're not sure if yours is, you can always use an instant read thermometer and make sure it's between 160 and 165 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'll remove the chicken, let it rest for a couple of minutes, and add the bell peppers and onion to the pan and give it a stir. The veggies will pick up all of that delicious fajita seasoning flavor, and you'll want to cook the veggies for about 4 to 5 minutes and stir them frequently. But while the veggies are cooking, I'll thinly slice the chicken breasts into strips. And if you have pieces that are a bit too wide, you can always slice those in half. I know that I always prefer thinner strips of chicken in my chicken fajitas. Once the chicken is all sliced up, add that back to the pan, stir it together with the veggies, and squeeze half of a lime over everything for a punch of fresh acidity. These chicken fajitas are incredibly flavorful, you're really gonna love them, and they've got just the right amount of spicy kick. I've been known to eat them straight from the pan, but this is also a perfect recipe to meal prep as the chicken and veggies will stay good for up to 5 days in the fridge in a sealed container. But you can make proper chicken fajitas with tortillas and all of the fixings as well. To assemble the chicken fajitas, just add a good amount of chicken and veggies to a tortilla, and I'm using my homemade cassava flour tortillas since I'm gluten-free. Then top that with avocado or guacamole, a little bit of fresh salsa, and a dollop or 2 of sour cream. If you're dairy-free, you could also whip up the cashew sour cream recipe on my website. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, share it with your family and friends, and I will see you again in next week's video.